challenge is back by popular demand. Everyone who's been watching this really wants to see where we can take the world if we stay in it and we see how far we can take Minecraft staying below Y0 only. There are all sorts of challenges we still have yet to overcome, and honestly, one of the biggest ones of those are I still don't have any access to normal trees. Right now, all of my wood comes in the form of oak planks from oak wood, which doesn't necessarily grow from an oak tree, but instead comes from an azalea. But yeah, today I'm going to be working on trying to get a wandering trader by terraforming this place just a little. This is the cave that I spawned in and which terrified me for so long, but now I see that ultimately I have this big surface light which I can use to my full advantage. Just a reminder, this is EasyCore Difficulty. If I die, the entire world is over, which is a little bit of a terrifying reminder. But yeah, today I'm going to be working on building an area where a wandering trader can spawn. Here's the weird thing, and ideally we're going to be terraforming the cave, making it a little bit nicer. That's a big long-term project that I really want to have, because having, you know, when people terraform caves, what they usually mean is they've done something that looks a little bit like this. I mean, you throw it down and, okay, when people say they've terraformed a cave, apparently, there we go, it looks something like this. It's a bit lame, right? Like, you look at it and it's like, well, I mean, they've put some grass in a cave and that's fine, but I don't think that's very interesting compared to what you could do with a cave, and so we're going to be going much bigger in our ambitions than that, and we'll see if we get there. First things first, though, I'm looking for a wandering trader. I haven't found a single one in the it's been about 15 hours of survival so far, if I'm not mistaken. We haven't found a single wandering trader, and that's because of one simple fact: wandering traders cannot spawn underground. This isn't something that's explicitly mentioned anywhere, but Minecraft said they removed the ability of wandering traders to spawn underground many updates ago, and so all we have to work on wandering trader requirements is that he doesn't like to spawn where it's dark, as best we can tell, and he doesn't like to spawn particularly low down. Will we ever be able to get a wandering trader in this challenge? It looks unlikely. I did a lot of testing. I did hours and hours of testing, and I didn't get a single wandering trader at the below Y0 layers, which is why I think he must have some layer minimum. I'm hoping it's something like 5 or 2 or 0 even, and if we build a layer up there, we could maybe have him fall down on top of us. That is my best plan that I have, and it's not the greatest, but it's what we've got. Speaking of not the greatest, but what we've got, I'm also going to take advantage of some gold I got before I went to the Nether, put it in right here with some lava that I definitely don't have. I guess for now we'll just throw in some. You know, I don't want to throw in blaze rods actually. We need lava specifically for this reason. This is why good planning is important. But yeah, for now I guess I'll just throw in the barest of bone blocks, because I have some gold ingots which I'm going to trade and get some emeralds with. This means that if I do find a wandering trader, I'll be able to actually trade with him. It'll be really wonderful. Oh, by the way, trading. Look at this. I could make myself a librarian right now. Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think that's fun? Maybe you do. Also, I missed the funny cat man. I'm glad you did, Generic Ego. I'm glad you did. But yeah, I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot of improvements and upgrades and all that sort of stuff to make. But the biggest one is we're going to take as much dirt as we can. I've got 26 coarse dirt, 5 regular dirt, and I'm going to take it over to the main cave and just build a basic dirt platform. In fact, it doesn't even need to be dirt. We'll build from polished deep slate first of all for our wandering trader platform, and then we'll work backwards from there. So, yeah, that was my not great but only suggestion for getting a trader. Yeah, it sucks that there's no really concrete way that I can find to get one, but I want to make sure we're doing our best so that if one does eventually spawn, then we're doing what we can to actually have it. So, we're going to quickly use some torches to do something fun here. I need more gravel to make more dirt, so we place 2 torches down there, and then we, break this block, and wow, look at that. We get ourselves plenty of stuff, and then we can also immediately, if we want to, we could just probably break this with the efficiency shovel. It's probably just as easy. But yeah, this is some gravel, and it's not gravel anymore because it's going to be dirt as soon as I turn it into stuff. So yeah, a lot of gravel is how you make dirt in this weird world that we live in. It's, and by that I don't mean like the real world, but instead I mean in a caveman challenge, getting dirt is impossible. There is no dirt at this layer, so instead we have to make it ourselves and then use all sorts of weird strategies to make more of it. It's a bit weird, but yeah. So here is my secret weapon in this chat. So again, all we know is that wandering traders don't spawn underground, and the more specifics are hard to get down to, but what we do know is that, you know, like this cave isn't truly underground. My first guess, and apparently I was wrong on this, my first guess was that all you need to be underground is to have the ceiling above you covered. A wandering trader rarely spawns inside your house, right? But is that because your house is small, or is it because the wandering trader can't spawn there? I assumed it was the former. The former. I assumed that it was because you just could not get one there. However, I made a big dirt platform at layer 17 all the way across there just in a test world to see what would happen, and we didn't find a single wandering trader. It was actually kind of heartbreaking, honestly. And so, I've worked out that layer 17 is a little bit too low, and so instead I'm going to make a little staircase up over there. So we'll start from here and we'll just kind of like work our way into it. We need the deep slate anyway to make our platform, so it's no big sacrifice in my opinion. But if we work our way slowly upwards, we can get closer and closer to Y0. So skylight, light is not what determines what is in it, underground and what is not. The Wandering Trader just cares about underground, and he doesn't seem to have very strict requirements on what underground means. And so our second best bet is that maybe, just maybe, it's something to do with the layer limit. I mean, you can find Wandering Traders at layer 100 or layer 60, but not at layer -17. So I'm going to go as high as I humanly can, which is about layer -1 over here, as you can see. We do not go above layer 0, so we just jump up to -1, and from here we'll place blocks the highest up the game will humanly let me. So I believe that's going to be that block up there. Maybe not, actually. We might have to jump for that, and I don't think I can do it. So instead we'll place our blocks over there, and this is going to be a platform facing the sun, and also, I guess, kind of like covering this whole area up, and hopefully we'll be able to see if a Wandering Trader spawns. This should be, this is lit up by the sun, it's big, it's, again, this has every right for Wandering Traders to spawn there, and so hopefully, by making a big platform up there, we'll have some Wandering Traders. If we don't have any Wandering Traders ever, then I'll feel real silly, but we can jump, and we can do it, because we're at -2 now, but this is the fun of the game. It isn't too low. Remember, super flat is as low as it gets, and yet they spawn. Exactly. So my goal, this is
my favorite series. Thank you for playing it again.
Thank you so much, Sue Second Life. I really was impressed by, a little overwhelmed by the number of people who love Caveman Challenge. I love silly Minecraft survival challenges. I haven't really gotten that into many in a few years, and I guess I forgot how much people still like them. It's one of my favorite things to do, but it's one of those things that I assume I'm just weird for liking, so I try not to assume that, like, yes, everyone loves the weird challenges. These are people's favorite things. Okay, ouch. Okay, ouch. I tend to assume it's just people's favorite thing. It isn't too, but yeah, it is an important thing to remember. Also, thank you, Lisa Powers. But yeah, this is my basic strategy. Make a big platform, and then that platform will be ideally not in a cave biome, but instead in something else, and then maybe he'll be up there. I also think another possibility is something to do with the air that he's spawning in. It could be something to do... There's a lot of different ideas, but basically by destroying as many blocks as we can, by kind of making something new that has direct air access, we should resolve all and any of those issues. So, yeah, if we remove the blocks underneath it, for example, these won't be filled with cave air, but instead regular air. We must hope. And, yeah, we're gonna just make ourselves a big old platform over there, and we're just gonna see what happens. This is a big enough platform that we would see a Wandering Trader if one tried to spawn. I think we go by, like, 8 by 8 or something. And if one doesn't try to spawn, then we'll know that something is wrong with even this, and my ideas will be really limited to get one. Because it's possible there's a Wandering Trader up there, for example, and I just can't see him all the way down here. So, yeah, before we do any terraforming, this is my big plan. Also my big plan right now, by the way. So here's the thing. I need to upgrade my tools, and there's two parts to this, I would say. It's probably important to get myself... Oh, okay, so let's break this one down. I would say there's two major parts of this. One of the... Okay, so we can break up, and there we go. So now place the blocks, break more of them. Yeah, I think there's two major parts of upgrading my gear. One is getting the best enchantments possible, and funnily enough, this is a cave. There are no biomes down here. If I want to get certain enchantments, I need to do it before they nerf them. That is a very serious and very real thing. But the other thing I would say that is important to keep in mind, so I'm just going to dig below this entire platform too, apparently. We'll see if that does anything for it. So I didn't go 8 by 8, I went by about 6 by 6. Maybe I'm 1 block short on that. Yeah, 1 block short. But hopefully, so we'll jump for these blocks, I guess. Hopefully that's enough for me to see if there's a wandering trader. It'd allow him and his llamas to spawn in and have no issues whatsoever. Worst case scenario, we can call this our platform where we summon things from above. You know, worst case, it's a tribal offering system, but best case, it does something great for us. And now we just dig an entire thing here. This means that if I do see a wandering trader, all I have to do is break the block and he'll fall down, or I can trade with him down here. That is the ridiculous of the strategies I've come to, chat. There are no places down here where I found a wandering trader that can spawn, so maybe we can get one to spawn just up there and we can bring him down to our level. Is that a good idea? Who knows for sure. Yeah, I think that's one of those kind of ridiculous things. It could be biome based, it could be high. There's no real way for us to work it out, and I've tried lots of tests and I can't find anything conclusive. So this is the best that we've got. And okay, so let's go back up here. Now we're gonna make a little staircase down that's gonna be as safe as it humanly can be. I don't want to die going up towards this, and so it's important we just make the safest little staircase that we can. So, yeah, I just need to minimize this window up here and bring this down over here. It's a little bit big. And then we need to close the chat over there. And now I can see exactly what everyone is saying. One of the weird things about this challenge, in my opinion, are just how many normal things are kind of off limits. Like, the Wandering Trader is such a normal part of the world. Like, it's memed on that the Wandering Trader is hated, right? But I can't get my hands on one. I would love a Wandering Trader more than anything else. This is the situation where he's actually going to be good, but he doesn't even bother showing up to work. That's all I'm saying. He's a bit of a lazy guy. Maybe we shouldn't put all our hopes and dreams on him, because maybe he's going to let us down. But yeah, we'll just make a staircase this way, and then make a little square over there, and then we'll start digging down from here, and that should be just about as good as we can do. And yeah, we can maybe make some walls around it, but I think this is easy enough to see, easy enough to climb, and easy enough for me to work out where I'm going on. So from here, I walk up there, and then I can see the platform. Would I be able to see a Wandering Trader is a slightly different question. Maybe if it was made of glass, we would, but then it would be a transparent block. So this is the best we've got, chat. If I see a Wandering Trader, I know that things are good. Will I see a Wandering Trader? Very different question. So let's talk about terraforming this cave. Also, be very careful of slimes. He's gonna ruin my life. I can sense it. In Bedrock, you need a bell to spawn a Wandering Trader, says Jacob Shine. That's a really fun guess you're making there, but it is just a guess, to be clear. So here's my, here's something fun, right? I have a big cave here, and I think this cave would look better if it looked more like an overworld biome. The Wandering Trader, the Wandering Trader might like it a bit more here, if, and maybe only if, I think it might be a little bit more pleasant here if the Wandering Trader saw it was a bit more like the overworld. And so what do we need to do? We need to make it a little bit more dirt filled. So, okay, look at this terraform we're gonna do. We just place down some coarse dirt right here, and wow, doesn't it look a little bit more friendly all of a sudden? Wow, if I was a Wandering Trader, I would see this, and I would immediately teleport here and give the player some things to do. So yeah, he doesn't feel welcome right now. We're gonna do the best we can to make him feel like it's his home as well. Is this gonna work? Heck yeah, it's gonna work. Do you see any better ideas? I certainly don't. So yeah, we're gonna be eating some. I guess we'll just eat the golden carrots for as long as we can. Toycat, make him feel warm. Yeah, this is something we're not doing right now. The other thing we need to do is we need to work on lighting in a very serious way. I can place my dirt down and my moss. Oh no, God. See, you can see why I need light. I was just taking a second. I was like, look at my cave, and I didn't realize, like, that would have just been me over, right? I shouldn't go look at the thing that would make me over. Ooh. Anyway, so, so here's the thing. We need to tempt in a Wandering Trader, and that means making this cave look pretty. And I'm not just going to entirely overwrite the cave. I want to lean into its natural charm, or whatever people say when they're trying to make old things sound good. And so what I'm going to do for that is this right here. So do you see this big lava over here, and you see the lava pit there? I love when things in Minecraft kind of have a story to them. And so what if the reason this lava pit was filled with lava was because of all the lava falling out of this pit? You can see there's a giant one down here, and you can see there's a big one up here as well. So let's work on terraforming this cave, lighting it up, and more importantly, providing a huge source of light in the form of this, a lava pool. I think I'll eventually remove all of this water from up here, but for now, let's just let the lava go down deep into the, because, you know, what can a lava pool really harm us? Probably not. So if we just remove this water, which should be easy to do, if we remove this water, that water, we'd have a lava pool down here, and it'd be great. But first things first, we need to torch this place up. It's so dark. It's dark during the day, but it's even darker at night, weirdly enough, which means we're going to need to get our hands on a lot of coal. And so let's go looking for coal. The best way to do that usually is to go high up, although we'll also be looking for gold. I still need gold. The best way to do that usually is to go nice and high up, which is what I'll be doing today. We'll pick up some gold if we need to pick some up, but we'll mostly be looking for coal and also some lava. It'll be really nice, but we're making these big improvements just kind of step by step. So yeah, first things first, let's get rid of our water. I kind of like water, but right now, definitely need lava, just a little bit more. So we'll grab some of that. I have a pretty good supply of lava, I think it's fair to say. And then let's go empty our inventory because it's too much. It's a big problem. And maybe even make like a big boat pathway through here, like a river. Wouldn't that be kind of nice? Like we could have this big lava pool over here still, but we could also make a river that goes around the lava pool. You know, I think it's a very good idea. We're gonna do it. And then it will also allow me to get around this thing a little easier. This cave is huge, and I think I could kind of break it up into more segments and make it just a little bit nicer. It's kind of like super flat, says Nats Minecraft. I think a lot of people like this challenge because of the super flat link. Weirdly enough, I think people like the idea of what can you do in a limited world with limited resources. Because in Minecraft, there are so many pathways to do everything that, like, you kind of get overwhelmed and you just do the one that you've seen the most in YouTube videos, or you do the one that you just assume is like, well, this is what people do, right? You know, like, everyone has, like, a set way of doing things, and having that be forcibly broken up by the game is really enjoyable, I think, to most people. That's my best guess, at the very least. So yeah, let's smelt up our gold. We're gonna get so many emeralds, it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep, by the way. You know, does it really benefit me to sleep in this world? Not really, because it's EasyCore, but it does make me feel a little better. I'm gonna put my cobble deep slate away because I have an ungodly amount of it. I think I might need to use some of this. Also, oh, I got some cobblestone. What a rare treat, right, chat? Look at that, cobblestone. Also, what are zombies doing in here? Zombies keep spawning in this cave, chat. Is that like a sign I'm doing something wrong? Do I need to light it up a little better, or like, what keeps happening here? Because it's clearly something. But yeah, we need to go looking for coal, which is my primary objective. This is so much better than the Cherry Biome series, says Toycat. I love the Cherry Grove. Don't you dare, you know, don't you be talking badly about the Cherry Grove series. Love that world. I think it's like such a. Also, this is the wrong guy. This is the right guy. Just gold for emeralds at a 1-to-1 trade is just worth making to me right now. I think making a Neverwart farm would also be a good idea because 15 Neverwart is surprisingly doable. But yeah, you need to tempt the wandering trader with lava and deep slate, or else he won't feel like visiting. You know, exactly. I need to make him feel like this is his place too. It's not just me, Casa. It's to Casa too. You know, if he really believes that in a vivid, strong way, then everything else will just go away. But yeah, I think one of the surprisingly weird things is finding coal at this layer is just not as easy as you would assume it should be. Like looking for, it's like looking for, because, you know, coal is a very, very, very high spawning up block. So if I want to get my hands on a lot of it, I can smelt up wood, or I can find the few bits that do generate below Y0. Again, deep slate coal is very, very, very rare. So it might be worth going literally as high up as I can, trying to find those bottom pieces of regular coal. But yeah, finding coal here in any quantity, very, very, very challenging, to say the least. Again, at some point we'll look around and I'll show you that, like, if we don't find enough of it, it proves that it's faster just to chop down trees and use trees as my source of wood. Is that the best idea in general? It can work. Also, I really need to find myself some dripstone. It'd be a fun little side quest. I could buy it from the Wandering Trader, but only if he's willing to sell it to me, which is a little bit of a big if, huh? So, we found an iron vein here too, by the way. But I've never found as many iron veins as I have while doing this series. It is absolutely ridiculous, the amount of iron veins that exist in this cave. Has to be said, big win. So we'll kill some skeletons, my looting 2 sword. Just 1, 2, and 1, 2. Wow, looting 2 sword. What have I got here, chat? Have I got myself a new village trading mechanic trade going on there? Like, oh, it's so weak that it has to be not intentional. Also something, by the way. Oh, okay, you know what? I should have gone for this right away. So again, if we don't find a Wandering Trader, it's no big deal. But, I want to say something just a little bit weird in this very scattered episode, because I do have a lot of things I want to do, and I've tested a few of them, but it's mostly about, like, seeing what we can do. Here's something fun and interesting. Getting an elytra in this world is near impossible, but not 100% impossible. There's a fun little, like, there is a way to do it that I would love to explore, but it's going to require the Wandering Trader. And if you know what I'm thinking, you know, if you know what I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking. But it's a really fun little strategy that we might just be able to pull off if we can get a Wandering Trader. If he's got that, if he's got it right, it will be good. So we'll just throw the raw iron in there. Later we can smelt it. Throw the diamonds in there even. I guess I'll be switching to bread after this is done. We might have to be. Oh, also, we're going to place down our lectern, because this is going to be my guy. Wait. Why do I have 2 toolsmiths? Do I have a second blacksmith table out there? I guess I must do. Or is he... What is he linked to, actually? I'll place down this just to see where he goes. Do we get a librarian? We do get a librarian. So yeah, right now the librarian mechanics are very, very, very powerful. I can get impaling for my non-existent trident. Yeah, it's not very good. But yeah, let's throw these guys next to their respective blocks. Which I guess is going to have to mean... How do we get this guy back behind there without him just... You know what, let's not think about it too hard. Let's break this, let this guy roam free, and then try and get the other guy behind a wall. So if we place this over, like, here, we should be able to... Okay, break all of these. We should be able to just, like, nudge him in a hole here. And then once he's in the hole, we place a polished deep slate just over there. Oh, no, I don't. Just over there. And now we can move the block, and he'll stay locked into it once we start trade, at least. There we go. One guy. Nice and easy. This is my librarian, who is now set up for something we can do in the future. Okay, so we also need to get... Oh, the guy who's left. We need to get him in the right place. Easier said than done. Not really my biggest priority. But yeah, half slabs because you can crouch under it. Oh yeah, with short sneaking, you can do all sorts of new interesting things now, huh? Like I could replace this block between them. Yeah, it's one of those things my brain can't even comprehend, that there are now gaps that you as a player can get down below that other things just universally cannot. That is a big one. Also, Count Gothenburg, the ore distribution will be changed again. Yes, sir, Count Gothenburg. Yes, sir. It is being changed another time, which is a big change to make. So, yeah, as you can see, finding coal is very hard. It doesn't want to spawn at these layers, which is a big problem. So what do we do instead? We take these little bones that we've picked up, we turn them into bone meal, and then we use the bone meal on azalea trees. This is still my only source of trees that I really have right now. And I would like to do a little better in the end. But for now, we'll just go out there. And we'll do it while looking at the Wandering Trader platform. I think that's the nicest way we can do it. And we'll also, you know, make some trees in the air at the same time. It'll be kind of nice. Charcoal is the answer. Yeah, I agree. Charcoal clearly is going to be the answer. So here is my lovely cave. I guess I need to stay as close as I can to that platform. So we're gonna... Oh, okay. Just a reminder. Full damage will kill me before I can even eat my enchanted apple. Such is the crazy levels that it gets to. So let's eat enough rotten flesh that a golden carrot will heal me to full. So we eat 3 of them. we let the hunger effect run its course, and then we'll eat golden carrots. And yeah, we're gonna do it nearby the platform because wandering traders only spawn within, I think it's like 60 blocks, 80 blocks of the player. It's fairly close by. And so yeah, let's go. Go to an ancient city and kill the warden. You know, having a skulk catalyst is probably not going to help me too much, but I like your thinking anyway. It's very positive thinking in at least one sense of that word. Okay, so now we are just going to... I kind of don't want to face it from a way that isn't secure, so I'll face it from, like, over on this side of the... Yeah, over there is the best place, I think. I'm still going to be close enough to it that it probably will work, but not so close that it causes problems. And we need some moss, but I just have coarse dirt, so we'll just use the coarse dirt, and it will turn into rooted dirt, which is... You know, is that actually the best, or should I be turning moss into... I should be turning moss into it. So, I don't have a single block of moss right now. Man, messed that one up. Okay, planning, not my strong suit. But what is my strong suit is making azalea trees. So, 1, 2... Okay, no, not my strong suit either. You know, chat, my strong suit is making bad puns, and apparently... Oh god, that was scary. What just fell from up there? So yeah, if we see a wandering trader up there, we'll know... We're not close enough. Oh, yeah, it's annoying to have to go all the way back across this. Do you see this, by the way? The up-down craziness? See how insane this is? Do you see how much better it could be if we instead made a river all the way across? Wouldn't that be nice? Yes, that would be nice. Getting flashbacks to the first episode, we spent so much time in this area. Yeah, I think what I need to do, I apologize for being indecisive. One of the most important things to do in Minecraft is to, like, have a good idea of what you're doing. But also it's important to know, like, okay, back down if you don't have a good idea, rather than sticking to it just because you've started. What I need to do here is I need to have a big river flowing all the way from one side to the other, just to, like, well, it'll eventually frame the whole area around it. So we'll make it, like, 5 blocks wide at the base, and then, like, just some walls for now. Later we can add some more depth and detail and fun things like that. But for now, this is a big area. In fact, I guess this water will eventually curb. This water, though, is going to go all the way over to where we want it to be. So every time we hit, like, a roadblock like that, we just mine a block. And then we can go at least 8 more blocks. And yeah, it's a little bit terrifying. We're going to put out some of the lava. Oh yeah, we're going to put out a lot of the lava if we're not careful. But it's worth doing anyway, because it will be great. In fact, we might be better off just doing it from the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we go 1 block down. And then 1 block. Oh, but then we can't get underneath it very easily. So we'll just make a pathway across for now. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll do every 8 blocks, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And by doing like a fair pattern like this, ideally we'd go down every time. But by doing this just a little pattern, we'll have like a little walkway across. A walkway that looks very terrifying because it looks like it might kill us. But hopefully it does the key main job that it needs to, which is being a way across that is not going to really be seen by many people from underneath, but is going to allow us to live a much nicer life than we otherwise would be able to. So just a few blocks like this on this side, and then there we go. We're basically over here. This is not functional yet, but I'm just going back to get a moss block or 2, chat. It's all I need. You bridge across lava gives me fear. Why not just use a bucket? I think, yeah, filling in the... if I use the bucket, by the way, it'll still get rid of the lava. I need to be cautious about how I do that bridge, such that I do not have that issue. But yeah, later I can stack up from underneath the very bottom. It's a thing I can do. But for now, we go around. It just, you know, that river needs to be more over here too. So we'll come down and up from that and then work our way to the side. It's sometimes you just have to trust the system makes sense, even when the system absolutely does not make sense. Toycat, while you build the bridge, make sure you read chat. Yeah, that is incredibly important. So yeah, eventually we can make this out of ice. Right now we cannot make it out of ice because you know where ice is found in a cave challenge where things are very much warm under here. If you guessed that it would be the... If you guessed that only the Wandering Trader has it, you guessed correctly. So now we can go right back over there. If I have to come back and forth another time, it will be crazy. But I'm not going to need to. This is all I've got. It's all that I need. Let's float down. And let's take my same bridge across, except it's still not quite perfect. So we'll go over here. We'll come right back to the top. And just make sure that we're staring at that. Ideally during the day. Although, I think the Wandering Trader spawns at night too. But in the day seems to be the best for it. So, here's something fun, by the way. If you've ever placed moss and then you bone mill the moss kind of expands onto the nearby blocks that are like stone or cobbled deep slate. It does some really, really weird things. What are you drinking tonight, sir? I've got a bottle of apple juice that I bought for my birthday party. But, like, I just bought a little bit too much apple juice. You know, that sounds like I'm making a euphemism. It's literally like innocent apple juice. I'm slowly trying to drink my way through it. Please tell us how you get an elytra. I'm dying of curiosity. Okay, so if you use a TNT launcher, you can destroy blocks from up above and have them fall down. And so, it's a ridiculous strategy, but it is one that will technically work. And so all I've got to do is get my hands on some TNT, which a desert temple is away, not going to find. A Wall of Dimensions away, not going to find below Y0. And so the only way to get it is to get some sand. Where is the sand below Y0? If you know, let me know. But for now, it's a Wandering Trader exclusive. So, yeah, that's where I'm at as far as that idea is going. Anyway, yeah, let's place our moss down and have it slowly spread over the surrounding blocks. Wow, a lot of moss, huh? And then, what's that? Is that a tree? Yes, it is. Is this a tree? It also is. But yeah, I think this is the simplest way that we can kind of just, like, destroy a bunch of blocks. By turning them into moss and then destroying them later, it does some good stuff. So, now we'll grow this into a tree. And we'll grow one of these into a tree. And we'll grow one of these into a tree. Okay, so that won't grow into a tree while this is going. And we're going to get as much of this to turn into coal as we humanly can. This is my plan. Will it work? I don't even know. Doesn't sound very caveman to build a contraption. The caveman deals with what he needs to. When there is a threat, when the only wings are found up above, the caveman adapts and he overcomes, okay? This is what the truest caveman needs to do. But, yeah, I'm gonna, like, just place random moss blocks around, have random azaleas go on top of them, and then just grow it. It's as simple as that. We're turning our moss slowly into rooted dirt, which turns into regular dirt. And it's nice. I would like some torches as I'm doing this. I'll be honest, it's just really, really dark. And that means lots of mobs spawn. There's not lots of benefits of doing it this way. But we don't have the torches because we haven't done the stuff yet. So, azalea, here we go. Okay, so one of you goes there. And now we're going to break this over there. Nice. So, does a caveman know how to use wings? You know, that's a question you have to ask the caveman when he's done. I wouldn't be able to comment on that one at this moment, but I bet if you gave a caveman wings, I bet he'd know how to use them. In the same way, if you gave you wings, you wouldn't get it immediately, but you probably wouldn't die. You ever wondered if maybe you can fly already, and you just don't know because you haven't tried? So I always recommend just jump off a building just to check, just to be sure if you can fly or not. I don't ever mention this story, chat, but I had when I was in school, I had like, I don't know, like, how to describe them. I generally don't even know what their job was. Like, their job was just to, like, I guess bother me for a little bit because someone reported something that I said. Like, I kind of liked dark humor a lot as a teenager. I think it's funny because people are just kind of horrified by it. And so it's not, you know, like, some people like laughing at someone, some people like laughing with someone. I like laughing at their lack of understanding of a joke sometimes. It's a bad way to be, terrible way. But I made some dark joke, and so someone came up, like, some teacher was like, wow, we reckon that you've got some really, really bad tendencies in there, Mr. Toycat. Oh, I do have a torch, by the way. I will not have to live in the dark. And so, yeah, they were like, yeah, just so make sure you're fine. Like, you ever wanted to jump off a building? I was like, no. And they're like, not even just like to see if you'd fly? And I was like, I guess. And they're like, oh, I guess you're suicidal then. Because they even said, like, yeah, I think about, like, seeing if I could fly up a building all the time, too. And I was like, oh, I guess so. I was agreeing to be polite, right? Like, if someone says, like, oh, yeah, do you think, like, do you feel like the big problem in society is that there's too many bus adverts? You don't go, I don't think that's a problem, sir. You go, yeah, it's always if they're not getting you in the, you know, you agree with them at least a mild amount to be polite, right? This is how you do conversation. And the teacher took advantage of that to, like, put me through a lot of, like, rigmarole about it. Which, side note, you know, I'm just saying, like, you know, if they're lucky I wasn't suicidal at that particular point. Because imagine, you know, like, the last thing you need is some, like, teacher checking up on you every day being like, yeah, let's pull you out of classes just to see, like, how are you doing, Andrew? And it's like, the human contact is the last thing I want or need right now. But yeah, just as a fun little thing, your word's getting into trouble, no way. It was such a dumb thing, like, okay, this is the problem with schools, right? Your words outside the classroom, like, school should be a place you go to learn. Anything you do outside of the classroom is not their responsibility. Or outside school grounds. I could see how if you do something on the playground, they can care about that. I'll give you them that. You know, as a school, you can care if I'm, you know, selling meth to children on the playground. That's acceptable, even if you're a child. But what I don't think is acceptable is, like, when they're like, yeah, if you do something outside of the school, it's actually our opinion. You know, our opinion matters there too. And so, like, if I make it, you know, if I make a joke you find offensive outside, that shouldn't be a problem. That shouldn't be a thing that you care about. If I, you know, I can see safeguarding if they really thought I was in extreme danger from some comment I made. You know, like, oh yeah, well, if this thing doesn't happen, I guess I'll. But, like, I think that a lot of schools are run by people who just have real power problems, right? Like, if you're, you know, the type of person to want to be, like, an upper manager at a school is either someone who's in it for money, and there's not a lot of that, so they're probably in it because they're like, yes, I could wreak my petty, vindictive revenge on the children. And it's like, ooh, maybe they shouldn't. Maybe that's not the type of person we should really want in the job. Yeah, I think that I think the biggest problem with it is just, like, we have a little bit of a reliance on that happening. Also, Timmy said something offensive 43 blocks away. We need to expel him. Right, it just, to me, it doesn't seem like it's their place. But I guess that's the weird thing about societies, how interconnected everything is. We can say as much as we like that, like, what I do doesn't affect you. But if you care about it, apparently it does. Apparently everything we do all affects everyone. And so everyone gets to have a say in what everyone's doing. And so I'm going to have a say and say, you have to subscribe. Not subscribing is literally a hate crime. As in, you'll be showing that you hate me, which is a crime. But yeah, I think that lava and slab cover in 2 deep instead of torches. That is a really cool idea. I like the idea of having, like, you know, like this pit of lava right here. If you cover it in slabs, it would look really, really, really nice, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that, yeah, I think personally, if I had to say so myself, I think that also teachers are not happy people. Yeah, I feel like too many of the world's problems come from people who are unhappy, feeling like, you know, I would just like it if other people felt this was their problem. Whereas, you know, like, so many things that you think are external can be fixed internally. And if we all tried our best to solve our own problems before coming into the world and fixing their problems, maybe the world would be a little bit nicer. Or maybe we'd all be worse and we'd all be eating canned fish or whatever the anti-dream is. I don't know. So yeah, I first of all, by the way, let's now pick up these blocks. We'd also pick up all of the moss if we want to, but look at this. I got myself 8 new rooted dirt. Very exciting, right? Wow, what can I do with this rooted dirt? I could turn it into regular dirt. Yeah, you better believe that's a possibility. But no, yeah, I think that terraforming this cave is going to be a very, very big job. An incredibly big one. But it's one that I want to kind of take on here. So, how does everyone feel about the change coming to the librarian villages? It's something I have a lot of thoughts on. I've been trying to collect them together to talk about, like, especially because there's now a new beta where they've done precisely the same. I think it has to be said that it's a overall right. It's a good idea, tainted by lots of bad details. I feel like so many things that Mojang can go this way, where it's like, yeah, someone has this really great idea, it's really going somewhere, and then like, oh no, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, not that. Why are you doing that? That's the opposite of what you should be doing. I think it's I think one of the problems Mojang does have is like they have a lot of staff, and they want them all to feel like, yeah, like we're listening to you, you're hearing you, and it's like, so some of them are like, also I think I want to make this out of regular dirt, solely because of the fact that I would like to, if I make it out of regular dirt, it'll be able to grass block up. So if I can just get one grass block down here, all of this will slowly be able to convert, which would be nice. Also, let's quickly look up there. I highly doubt it hasn't been day for that long. But we've had a lot of time, right? A wandering trader spawns every like 10 minutes or so. Where's my wandering trader? I don't see him, chat. I don't see my wandering trader at all. It's in, like, he's high up, he's above Y0. He's in the air, but we just can't do it. Toycat, the wandering trader doesn't spawn underground. I'm guessing one underground means blocks above him. So there are no blocks above him where he is. Oh, maybe some of those blocks have blocks above them, actually. But yeah, that was my first thought too. Like, blocks above is not the definer to mean underground, though, based on my testing that I've done so far. Maybe it's flawed testing. If you've got some other testing to refute it, let me know. But yeah, I don't know. That's my current thing. The wandering trader is you, Toycat, says JJE. I am the wandering trader. I do go from biome to biome, taking the blocks with me. But yeah, we can slowly cover this place in more and more dirt, which is a nice idea, right? Look at it, by the way. All the farmland's already gone. And then we place some more of it. And then just so and so, we make the biome just a little bit nicer. We could even place some real trees here once we get those. For now, if we wanted to, like, okay. This is a bad idea, right, chat? But just to show you something fun. If we want, we can, like, build our own tree. So we take some oak logs, because that's what oak trees look like. And then we'll take some moss blocks, because that's the closest thing we have to anything useful right now. Okay, so this, I'll just let the creeper blow it up, honestly. So we'll take some moss blocks. Very easy to get. And now we combine these two things together. Okay, is this enough? I think we need some more of these, to be honest with you. And then once we combine these two things together, we can make the closest thing we have to a tree. I guess we could also probably shear up some of the azalea leaves and kind of replace them around. Now, that's a much better idea. I don't know what I think. I think I have an insane idea by comparison to that. So let's make a bunch of bone meal. Make some iron. Oh, I have shears on me already. I'm crazy. I didn't see them. And then let's shear just the non-flowered ones, right? Okay, so look at this. This is my magnum opus of an idea, I think. So shear up all... We just shear both types and then not pick up the flowering ones. So we take all the lovely things that the shearing man gives us. We put them right over here until we've got a suitable number. Whatever that particularly means right now. Indeed, mine some extra blocks here. And then we can build our own trees from scratch. It's the closest thing we can do right now. But maybe if we convince the game hard enough, they'll drop oak saplings when they fall. It's the best we've got. While we wait for the wandering trader, who might not like the rain for all I know. Also, yeah, looking at it, you can see that... Okay, actually, let's confirm. Can rain spawn... This is how you test, by the way. If rain... So, if you want to see if a block is exposed to air, see if rain falls onto it. If rain can fall here, rain can't fall there. Ah, yeah. I mean, again, it's not based on exposure to air. It's something I can prove based on my experience so far. But I think we should still... You can see there is rain on this block. So we're going to expand it out. You can see that there is... So we're going to just, like, make the platform also down here, I guess. You can see there's rain on this block, and all the way over here. And I know over there as well. Perfect. And now that is going to just... It's technically some blocks that are outside. Okay, so here's the fun one, right, chat? I can now take my little slowly terraforming biome right here, and I can add myself a tree to it. Is this the thing I need most right now? That's up for debate. But look at this. I place my tree. Oh, I kill the creeper who wants to kill me. And is this enough blocks? Yeah, sure. And then we cover it. We surround it. The lazy version of a tree is when you do this, right? Which is entirely acceptable. Not going to cool out your trees or anything. But we can go a layer above that. So we'll stack up over here. Also, thank you!
My wife said your greeting card was in the bottom 40% of birthday cards she's received. Toy cat is yes.
You know, 10 out of 10. Giving your wife the Toy Cat anti-Valentine's Day greeting card. 10 out of 10 move. That's how, you know, someone knows you really love them. If you can make, you know, like when you first meet someone, you have to be really cautious about being rude to them. Like, ooh, are they gonna hate this? But if you're good enough that you can just guarantee, like, yeah, she'll like it. She'll appreciate the little bit of, you know, a little bit of meanness in there. Then that's how you know you're in the right place. Speaking of knowing you're in the right place, look at this, chat. I now can officially say I'm in a cave with a tree. It looks more like a plains biome to me. But yeah, I want to make this dirt patch big enough that it looks like I haven't just, you know, like found a patch of dirt. That it actually actively is like, yeah, this is a real whole biome thing here. So we'll surround it on most sides. This is a real thing. Look, there's dirt everywhere. It's not just a big patch. So this is my big goal for when I get a lot of dirt. But right now I have much like, it's fairly hard to do right now without a large amount of skeletons. You should mine enough diamonds to make a diamond block tree. That's a fun idea. I love the idea of, I love custom trees. One of my favorite dumb things. Maybe dumb things is unfair. But one of my favorite dumb things anyway. So getting my hands on some is always fun. The bell changes the RNG. It's funny how many people, like I love it shows the creativity that people have when they're like, what is the solution to this problem? There's no public solution, right? So instead you think in your brain like, is it because you don't have a bell? And then like some people are even go a step further and thinking, maybe you just need a bell, Toy Cat. And they go straight to like, no, it's definitely a bell. I thought about it and that's the only logical way that this could be changed. But yeah, the bell changes the RNG cycle, not necessarily, but it seems like it guarantees spawn. But wandering traders don't need a bell to spawn, and most of the time they don't spawn in villages. But also, did you know, look at that. You can use a zombie pigman to see how deep your lava is. This is a fact that sounds really useful, but I have no idea how it actually would be. But isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? How can you not think it's beautiful, chat? It's the best. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of here real quick, and I also think I'm gonna do a little bit of deep slate mining today, chat. That's one of those like tasks that I need to be on top of. Like food, today is the kind of like get on top of tasks that we need to do. We're slowly gonna terraform out the thing. We're getting our start on that, right? We're getting our start on hoping for the Wandering Trader. It purely is like a we hope as we come past, and we come past as we hope. All the bell does is center the spawn location. It's totally unnecessary to get a trader. It's, or is that just what the big Wandering Trader's paying you to say? Is it actually a really good idea that I just, you know, you just don't want me to know about? That's all I'm thinking. Okay, so now also, are you sleeping in my bed, dude? Very rude. So we'll take out, oh, we got like a lot of just stuff to deal with. So we'll take out all of these blocks, put the flowering azalea in here. We can go grab more of that later. It's a good idea, maybe even. But we need to especially deal with our new blocks that we've picked up. Which means, actually, let's make a furnace right now. I have enough cobbled deep slate exactly to make a furnace. And I could do with a second furnace. I feel like one furnace is just not enough when you've got as many things on the go as I do. So now we put the oak log up here. And then we need a lava bucket down at the bottom, which I don't currently have. I need to make a big supply of lava here. Again, once I get dripstone, that would be nice. Yeah, that's what the Minecraft wiki says. It's one of those... You know, by the way, you know, I'm not going to think about it too much, but also look, another baby cat. Cute. Also, we got some gold right here. That's crazy, huh? So much gold. We're going to be smelting things forever. We're going to be having so much going on here. So throw it in there. Throw the tough into not here. Forget the end stuff. We need to get enough wood out so that we can make a chest. Because we're going to need an extra one of those. Specifically to store my weird end and never stuff in. So if this is a chest for cobble deep slate, this is going to be the overflow for cobble deep slate. Although it seems to not be functioning that way right now. And then this is going to be the chest for weird end and never blocks. So we're going to place it on the side. That's actually surprisingly tricky to do. End stone, end stone. It's done the job enough for me. Now we... Oh, okay. That's scary. Always scary when you don't know what you're doing. Now we eat some rotten flesh. Nice and easy. And then we're going to switch out to a more solid food. I think keeping this on me is just a good idea, because I'm just going to pick it up regardless. 6 bread is not enough for me to eat forever, but it will be just fine. Maybe I could eat some melons, maybe some beetroot. You can tell when it's nighttime now. It's like a very expensive, very lazy clock. But, yeah, if I could just get some sand, that'd be great. Chat, if you know about places to find sand underground that I haven't ever found, I would love to know about them. Where are the low-down secret beaches? Let me know. That's something I would love to know. I don't know of where I could find them at the moment, though. So, you know, some of them kind of lacking in. So all the other, while the other stuff smelts up. Oh, it's not actually smelting because I don't have lava. What is my nearest source of lava? I think it's just round the corner, right? I think there's a big patch somewhere over there. Let's go just check on it. Let's just give it a peek. Villages are a reliable source of food if you're willing to grind the emeralds. Yeah, that's probably true. I think, honestly, like, given the amount of emeralds I'm getting, it might make sense for me to just use those instead. Yeah. Isn't there a way to get sand from mud? Sand's in the chat. Wait, there is a way to get sand from mud? It sounds, like, believable. I've seen, I think it's, like, called stone block or something. I know a lot of people are big believers in the like, oh yeah, well sand is just broken down gravel, and so you can get gravel from sand, and then you break it down that way. It's not a mechanic that I personally love, or like agree with, or believe in. Also, this is not a faster way to get to lava. I'm gonna use it anyway, just to show you around a different part of my cave. But I think if we want lava, we go to our main cave that we live near. That is the way that I would do it. Caveman Stoneblock run went? Wait, that's never. Yeah, I'm not a big, I don't like the whole, like, yeah, let's just sift the blocks infinitely over and over and over again to get new ones. It wore on me a little bit more than I wanted it to. Like, everyone has a part of Minecraft that they like. That just was not my part. So just slowly burn some zombies. There we go. Should just about do it. There was no need to actually burn them, there was just a lot of them. Love Bedrock Combat, by the way. No worries for me. Just gonna spam this all I want to do. In fact, actually, let's just eat the rotten flesh. Like, eating rotten flesh when you have enough of it isn't even a hardship. And it means that I can save my emeralds until I, like, really need to spend them last minute. Good Rabbi says, lurking while I work, just wanted to say hi. Hello, Andrew. Hello, all. Just going back in time to the beginning of the stream. See you in the future. Good to see you, Good Rabbi. I appreciate the positive attitude. I think it's really, I think some people get like, can be trapped in a negativity cycle sometimes. Being able to break out of it is a good thing. An important thing for life and everything else. If something gets you down, which causes something to get you down, which causes something to get you down, then at the end you end up being down for reasons you don't even understand. And if you don't even understand why something's bad, is it even bad? The Wandering Trader can sell sand if RNG loves you. But, alternatively, what do we got? Wandering Traders have sand. Yes, they do. Wandering Traders sell sand, but I don't know if they spawn underground. They're exactly my problem. Finding a Wandering Trader underground is not just easier said than done. It's overwhelmingly easier said than done. It is so much easier said than done that I don't know that it can be done without being said. Okay, so now let's bone mill this all the way across there. Just make this whole thing a little bit lower. And then we'll just shovel it all up later. I think the lower we make this crossing, the more we save like a few seconds of time. So we might as well, right? It also makes the entrance just a little bit nicer to this place. So we'll come through here, and once we reach the end, we'll start chopping down some blocks. So now we switch this out with that. I try to only have 4 tools out at a time, but it seems to screw me more often than not. And now we run just a little bit back, because I'm going to make a moss platform now. Okay, because here's the thinking. Maybe the Wandering Trader just doesn't like some blocks. It's ridiculous, and there's no way this is humanly true. But if we make it moss, it's the closest thing we have to grass, and we can trick him. We can trick his senses into being like, wow, that's a green block on the ground there. Must be a plains biome. And I seem to spawn a lot in plains biomes because I'm a Wandering Trader, and I don't use much logic. That is my hope, chat. That is the level of very much true logic that I'm going to be sticking to. And it's going to be great. So, speaking of things that are great, I have 40 torches, and that is going to allow me to light up all the dark places around where I kind of just need to be. So, this can go on the wall up there. This can go on the wall over there. Just, there we go. A little bit nicer. And now we got a full 58. And we get nice 64. So we'll place a perfect round square. Yeah, perfect round square. Somewhere over there. Just in the big void area. Where we'd be able to see it. Just, you know, in case there's going to be someone being like, well, Toycat, it obviously doesn't work when you do that. We're going to make sure we counter that person perfectly in just the wrong way. If you're under a desert biome with a cave entrance, you could use a bow to get hanging sand. How would a bow help me get hanging sand? Like, a bow doesn't cause a block update. I like the idea, though. That is the sort of thinking I need. But again, even then, I'd need TNT for any block update I could do. I think I might be able to place a bunch of scaffolding up, but then I would need bamboo. Can't get without the Wandering Trader. A Wandering Trader just ruined my B-roll shot, lol, says Ash. Man, you know, first of all, good to see you. I didn't realize it was the same you, Ash, for a very long time. I'll be honest with you. But good to see you anyway. This is Ash from the videos. Or maybe it's not. You know, maybe there's just another Ash who records videos who is also coincidentally looking for B-roll right now. Who knows for sure. But throw the gunpowder in there. Just, you know, all this stuff. We'll organize this place nice and good. Look at how the blocks are all separated by their different functions. And yeah, now we're going to go... Ooh, we've got an Enderman in here. Probably a good idea to torch this corner up. Probably a good idea to torch this corner up. There's still stuff that spawns around here, so we'll place a torch on there. And then we get zombies that spawn down here, so we'll place a torch right there. That should be everything lit fairly fine. Is it a coincidence I'm recording for a different Toycat? Sorry. You know, I knew it. Damn it. I shouldn't have said anything. I look really silly now. I'm just going to stay silent and never talk ever again. Is how a lot of people will feel about stuff like this. But that's why it's important not to, I say. Okay, so I'm going to mine this. Okay, actually, I might be able to skip this whole nonsense. We're just having a pathway that goes through this. I've got the torches for it. And you know, it's not going to be hard. I'm going to be very careful about falling because that is a thing that can kill me. Just a fun reminder. But otherwise, should be going great. How are your driving lessons going, Sister Jad? I think I finished them about a couple years ago. So they're going great. Thank you for asking. I think that I think I spoke to someone today actually, and I never like who was like, yeah, I'm never gonna drive. It's like not a thing. That's one of the appeal. Like and I had to kind of like they spoke a little bit about like, oh yeah, well I've been like stranded before in my life, and like I was somewhere. I was like, I don't know whether the correct advice to give to someone is like, oh yeah, well learning to drive is this really useful skill that you get. You learn once and then you get to technically do it forever. Or if the right advice is like, yeah. This is one of those, like, should you give people the advice that if you know, like, the right advice for an individual is like, yeah, in a world where everyone needs to drive, learning to drive is good, etc. But the advice that would be better for everyone in that case is like, oh yeah, no, driving is terrible. You don't want to do it. Tell them about all the negatives. And I was realistic. I was like, yeah, I drive like once a month. And then they're like, but what's the point in paying for insurance and taxes and fuel if you're only going to drive once a month? It's like, I just rent a car by the hour. It costs me like £12 most months. And it's one of those like fairly tricky things to talk about, because I think that like it's like putting in a great deal of effort. It's one of those few situations where it's like, yeah, you have to put in this great deal of effort to show that you're not trying to kill other people, but like because a great deal of effort like to actually show it. Also, there we go. We can actually see. Okay, so that's fun. We can see the platform, I think. Maybe we can't. Maybe that's something else we're seeing. So now we're going to use some cobbled deep slate. Just a few of them. And we're going to just, like, end up over here by the tree, I guess. Yeah, we can make the tree the way back. It might be fun. So just place some blocks. They shouldn't look too out of place, in my opinion. And then we're going to make a new platform somewhere in the middle of the hole. Just somewhere where there's no dispute that, like, yeah, this is fine. I'm going to use the cheapest block I have, which is just cobbled deep slate. Got to be real careful about not falling in here, by the way. So we'll just place a bunch from over here. Is there a wandering trader yet? No, there's not. There is no dispute that this right here... Oh, actually, I have to be... this is actually trickier than I thought. We have to place it in from the side. Sorry, okay, this is a bit of a mess. We have to come in from the side, and then we have to place blocks as high as we can, which is about over there, right? And then bring them all the way out. So I think that's one block lower than we can do. Yeah, it's one block lower than we could choose to do, so we'll place a block there. I can't wait to see the confusion and betrayal on the Wandering Trader face when he realizes what he's just spawned into. You know, that is our goal as a world here today. So you can see there is no Wandering Trader up there. Is this one block higher up, actually? Or is this... No, this is level. And then once we're definitively open, I can now start placing the moss blocks. Okay, and then also we'll place a torch on the side. So we'll place our first moss block. Place a torch on that side, so it's always lit up. There's always going to be light, even in the darkness. And then we place a bunch of blocks this way. This is a very, very, very weird way of doing it. I would like that to be known that I do know this, chat. But we have a spawning platform, and that's all that matters. So we'll go. Okay, that's 3 by 3. We need to make it 8 by 8 because that's just the amount that you need. And there we go. There's no way a monster doesn't spawn on that. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then that's the 8th block, and then this becomes the 9th block. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that nice? So now we are going to place some over here. Later we can... these are also easy blocks to remove. So this is 5. And this is 6. How's your mental health? Are you happy? Wow, you know, these are very positive, or hopefully positive questions. It's funny because you can kind of take things like that both ways, right? Like, oh... You're asking about my mental health, saying if I'm happy? You're implying that I don't look like I'm happy? Something like that. But I think I take it at face value and say, you know, it's a very thoughtful question. I think being happy is something that people struggle with a lot. It's almost like our default brain state to seek out being happy. And that's why it's kind of like painful when you don't achieve it. Yeah, I guess I have to just place a bunch of slabs around here. That's why I think it feels painful for a lot of people when you don't achieve it. Like, wow. I can't even achieve the one major goal that I have here. But I think that, I think I don't measure, like, I think like most things, if you measure how you're doing at, like, any activity, like, are you getting better at, I don't know, are you getting better at reading right now? No, because you're watching a Minecraft live stream. But are you, if you try to measure, are you getting better at something right now? The answer is 99% of the time, no. But it's because you're not working on the thing right then. There are some things you can be working on 24/7. But because happiness is kind of like a you have it or you don't think, you have it or you don't sort of thing. I think, okay, I'm just going to fall down. It's okay, we're great. And then I'm also going to work on a route over to here. Just because that's going to be great. Also, look, we got a zombie. I don't know. Chat, how did we get a zombie but not a wandering trader? Is that how we tempt in the wandering trader? I don't even know at this point. But yeah, you need to work on your happiness sometimes, but it can't be a 24/7 thing. Because there is a you need to work on your happiness enough to do it, and then it needs to always be like a background focus. In the same way, when you're a fitness person, you can't focus on your fitness 24/7. You can focus on it enough to make sure you're achieving it, and then you can work on micro adjustments. When you're working on like, when you're working on learning a new skill, you can't literally learn to speak Spanish 24 hours in the day. It doesn't work that way, right? You need to sleep, but also you need to eat, but also you can only consume so much at a time. So yeah, that's how I see happiness to a level. You know, I can't look for a wandering trader 24/7, chat. I can sit here and I can stare at the platform and I can pray that a wandering trader spawns in. But ultimately, I'm going to be just as effective if I sit back here and I do something else and then just occasionally check on it. I think that's the place a lot of people get at with happiness, is they either focus way too hard on it to the point where it's a detriment of all the things that can make them happier in the long run. Because there are lots of short-term happinesses that ruin you in the long run. But also, a lot of people don't remember to check back in on it. They're like, I will just be happy eventually. I will work out when that is, when it happens, but I don't know when that is right now. And it's like kind of sad, honestly. So yeah, I this is a good podcast to talk about. If you do things that produce dopamine too often, then your base level dopamine production will lower. Yeah, that is your brain, right? Like dopamine isn't a drug that you can just abuse in higher and higher quantities and have better and better times. Your brain is kind of wired to get resistance to things that you do a lot, and with good reason, right? Like that's evolutionarily very important, honestly. But yeah, let's just get away from all these zombies. I want to kill the skeleton too, honestly. So let's do that. Isn't it nice to see how far we've come? We were punching zombies to death and hoping for creepers, and now we kill them by the bucket load. There's just so many of you. There's just so many. I just want to kill the skeleton. That's all I want in my life. But yeah, I think, by the way, this is a reminder, chat. So we're doing these like kind of background tasks, such as chopping down trees, growing them en masse. We're gonna be doing the same with food soon. But while we do these very big tasks, okay, so we need to grow some azalea. Really easy to do. We just kind of like let this spread, let it spread. Eventually an azalea will grow, and then we can use that to get more azaleas. So that is a treat. And now we switch it out one more time. But yeah, I think a fun reminder from this week is like making sure that you have certain things early. And one of those things probably is the villager trading halls. Now is the time that you need to do that. This is like a big alert, your big warning. Make a villager trading hall now. Maybe that should be the next caveman episode title. Just like, make your caveman world, do it right now. You need to. It's incredibly important. So yeah, what do you think the next update will be? I think now is such an early time to be making predictions on that. Like the easy fan favorite is the end update, but I think Mojang's quite cautious about doing fan favorites right now. And so it's gonna have a weird title that no one quite understands. If I'm being honest with you, that's what I expect. Is a weird title no one understands that means nothing, like Wild Update or the Child Update or the Quanky Blanky Update. You know, all of these titles feel likely to me. Okay, so also my best villagers burned down in a lightning strike, literally today. What luck. Yeah, I want to do, I think I'm going to get my mega mending, or my mega trading hall going really soon. Maybe as soon as tomorrow. What do you reckon, chat? You know, I'm asking what do you reckon, but I think my next stream will be that. Because the Caveman series, I really like this one, but I want to make sure that every episode is done with, like, intention. I like this one as just, like, it's a reintroduction, like, we're saying hi, etc. But I sometimes I want to make sure that like every episode we're making some big advancement in the challenge. And right now we're getting an advancement in the sense that like we have all of our stuff, and so we can grow a lot of fun things. Okay, so put that there. We just always have a maxed out inventory. That's something I'm gonna work on today actually. Next time we're there, chat, someone remind me to sort my inventory. We're gonna do it. But yeah, I think that the point of the challenge is we should always be moving forward to it a little bit. So I'm gonna make sure we do precisely that. For now though, lots and lots of tree chopping with the only trees we know how to get. Quickly, by the way, look at it. There's no sign of a wandering trader. Oh, to be fair, we might not see one at this level. We might be better off being at like the highest level. Like over up there, for example, we could be. Slowly terraforming that into more mossy stuff. Yeah, it's a fun idea. Make it kind of look mossy up there. Yeah, let's do it. Let's move on from here to up there. Pick up as many blocks as we can. Drop as many blocks as we can too. Just, you know, that's important as well. Pick up the sticks is a great one. Drop glass bottles. Glass bottles are really valuable actually. I can't just let them go as much as I want to. And then also making my dirt into one familiar type. Probably a good idea too. So we'll harvest it all. And then go. Harvest, go. Harvest, go. Man, these hanging roots are one of the weirdest items that I feel compelled to like pick up for reasons I'm not too sure about. But I feel like I shouldn't be. It's definitely a weird one for me to do. So then once we've got the coarse dirt, because it becomes coarse once we do that, right? Or is it regular dirt now? No, it's regular dirt. But then we're going to combine our regular dirt with gravel to become coarse dirt, just to free up some inventory spaces. I think that's a good idea. Do I have another one over here? Yes, I do. So that's 10 blocks now. 10 dirt can become 20 coarse dirt, which frees up more inventory spaces. Bada boom, bada bing. Ooh, okay, so now we take our moss. We've got plenty of it. And we take it all the way up there. Do you see any wandering traders yet? I made it so nice for him, chat. Look at it. That's everything that a wandering trader should want. Why is he not wanting to settle down? It's absolute ridiculousness is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna go over there. I guess I can go via the waterfall. But yeah, I'll make a little pathway back up this. Maybe we can mine it into the wall. That might be the easiest way to do this. So this is my staircase up there. But we could also make it my staircase up to where I want to go. So we'll mine this way, a block, and just kind of run to the right of it. If it looks like I've gone the wrong way, we'll just pretend this wasn't what I wanted to do. And I'll move the way I do want to go. Oh, diamonds! Man, this is the crazy thing about caves. You find so many diamonds in the big ones. It's just incredible. You can really be quite the wealthy diamonded individual. I don't have a place for diamonds. I guess I have to make one. Do I want diamonds or do I want moss carpet? Do I want diamonds or do I want string? It's a lot of decisions that have to be made. So, you should put a bell there so it doesn't spawn above Y0 instead. Which villager gives you the bell? I know there is one type that I always like think to myself, like, yeah, this guy existing is kind of pointless. So how many blocks to the left are we? Like 3, so we'll go over here. Hope I nail that perfectly. Oh, okay, no, it was 2. Oopsie. Okay, and then later we'll make this, like, look more correct. But for now, we've just kind of carved into the cave a little path, a temporary thing that we can go through. The wedding villager. I knew it was the wedding villager. Makes perfect sense to me. We'll mine this iron, because it's too much of it. There's so much iron, chat. What can I do with this level of iron? I really want to know. Like, make some hoppers? Do I have any automated farms I need to make? Not until I get sugarcane. And that's a hard one. So yeah, we'll have to think about all these things. But for now, I found diamonds in a ravine last night with my friend on a brand new world. Exciting. Diamonds on a brand new world. Is there anything better? Diamonds go in. That's 20 now. That's a lot of diamonds. And also, In goes the azalea. No, we can bring some of that with us. No, we can't. We can bring it all later. Hanging roots are also kind of dumb. Raw iron. We're still smelting up. Still smelting. We'll trade as much of this as we can today. Mr. Librarian, please give me some emeralds. And then I guess we could switch over to better food. Because this farmer is... I need to trade with him anyway, right? So we'll just trade him up to the next layer. Oh, he's going to buy full melons at 1 apiece. It's a pretty good deal. Or I could... Should I buy apples instead of bread? Is that a good idea? No, it's not. I can make golden apples, but I think I'll just buy a bunch of bread. Oh, I bought a whole stack already. Okay, that's a lot of that. So yeah, today today I can say pretty happily that we got ourselves a bread thing sorted. I mean, wasn't the most important, but it's a nice upgrade to just have a solid, steady source of food there. Get them to max and then buy gold carrots. Yeah, that's the... If we could... Buying gold carrots at 3 makes more sense than buying these at 1. So we just have to find... We have to make enough pumpkins that he wants to buy them. Can we get enough pumpkins that he wants to buy them? I don't think I have pumpkin seeds yet, right? Unless these are pumpkin seeds. I don't think I would know. I really don't know that I would know.
I want a toy cat redstone video.
Dropkish Bush. Funnily enough, one of the videos I've been planning forever. I don't know. I can't tell you, like, I can't give you a date on this or anything. I want to do redstone contraptions that are actually useful for survival. I think it's like a thing that a lot of people would benefit from. So much redstone on YouTube is so focused on the creative experience. Every redstone video on YouTube is filmed in creative. It's made and it's all created in creative mode. And I understand why as a creator you'd want to do that. But as a viewer, it's like, oh, so they do some crazy... Like, I feel like if you can do redstone in survival easily without too much stress, that's the important thing. And so redstone that is actually useful in survival, that, and also for bedrock, by the way, I think that is something, I think that's something that's important. So I think that, like, even just the simple stuff, like, oh yeah, make sure you make a bunch of hoppers. You need these for everything, and they're such a pain to find. Just make the hoppers ahead of time. Make at least a dozen hoppers. You're gonna want it. Etc., etc. I think just, like, useful ways to do that. One of the best redstone tutorials that I like most was in full survival, using dirt to tower up to do things. See, that's charming, right? That's really charming. In a way that I don't know that other things are. So now we're going to make another tunnel up through here to the top. Okay, so we're not going to go that high up, but as high as we go, okay. We're going to go fairly high up. Okay, so we can probably just mine forwards a bit more. -5 is not as high as I intend to go. Come on, gravel, don't ruin me today. So if we want to go through here, we're going to end up with a lot of gravel above me. Although I want gravel in general, so I guess I can't be too mad at it. We'll pick up the gravel where the game's giving it to me. Okay, so now we go up here. -3 is about as comfortable as I would like to be. And then up here, right? So I thought this cave was slightly lower down. Oh, no, it's not. The cave, it looks like I can place some blocks there, but I really can't. Also, by the way, no wandering trader. Just an update. I think I'd see him from here, but I don't. So now we just place some moss, and then we'll bone meal the 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 moss. Okay, so we're going to be very careful about it. But we'll just make the area a little bit nicer up there, and then work out what we're doing a little bit later. So that's something, I guess. My plan was to turn... Okay, so if I can't get this area to be nice... Man, the dragon fight was insane. Just remembered it again. I always like a handicapped dragon fight. And that was one of the weirder handicaps I've ever had. I do have to say. I mean, when I say a handicapped dragon fight, it sounds like I want the dragon to be handicapped. just to clarify, don't fight handicapped dragons. They don't deserve it. You shouldn't do that to them. They don't want it. You don't need to do it. But what you should do instead... Okay, let's... So one of the other things I need to do is I need to go wild on gravel. Every time I find a big collection of it, every block of gravel I mine becomes a block of dirt. So even though I can technically do it the way I'm doing it, this is the much more effective way. I need a lot of dirt. So we're going to get a lot of dirt. You know, this is... Mining gravel, it'd be better with efficiency, so I'm not going to go wild on it. But I want to get, like, 3 stacks, so I can make all the dirt in the world. Handicapped dragons are just like all of the other dragons. Every now and then, by the way, I have this, like, I'll be out and about, and I'm like, you know, I think something that should be done is, like, a video where we talk about, like, you know, like, something. The way that we all say, like, everything. The kind of hypocritical stance we try to hold sometimes. So we're like, yeah, everything is equal, but also the strength is in the differences that we have. And it's like, well, if everything's equal, the strength can't be in our differences, right? The differences that we have being different implies that the strength is because some things are better and some things are worse. Like, if you look at a unit in, like, in Minecraft Legends, the wood golems are really good. Also, I think I'm probably a bit too far away from here. What do you reckon, chat? Yeah, I don't think I'd find a wandering... I don't think the wandering trader would spawn at that point. I think I need to be over there. Yeah, that... I can be over there. I can just follow this cave round, which is what I will do now. I think like, the most balanced view to have of the world is like the one in Minecraft Legends. Some things are better in some ways and worse in others. Very few things are just objectively worse in all ways than other things. We were all just a little bit nicer and all held that view. Maybe the world would be a better place. I just cannot live in a world where there is a patch that big, chat. I can't do this to myself. Oh yeah, it's scary. Just I don't wanna do this. Not gonna do it, therefore. So we'll place some torches just in some fairly key places around here. Up there. Up over there. And there we go. Now we can use this for terraforming and still probably, I think, have a fair chance of having a wandering trader spawn over there. We're just about close enough now that I think we don't have a 0 chance. We have a whatever, well, maybe it is a 0 chance, but we should have a better than 0 chance. So now we bone mill the ground around here. Can you turn iron ore into... I hope not, but can you turn iron ore into moss? You can't. Okay, only deep slate in this particular case. So now remove that block and do that. Oh, you also can't turn the cobbled deep slate that I've placed into it. That's an interesting fact to learn as well. Also, I think I've seen them near spawn or at near night. I hope that is a useful piece of information. So... what if the wandering traders already spawn on the surface? That is my big nightmare, honestly. What if there are wandering traders on the surface? I don't know. Do you see up there? Can you see up, like, is that a wandering trader? Wouldn't know. Is that a zombie, actually? No, that's nothing. I think it's some terrain. But yeah, we're just going to be down here, chopping down some trees. And if a wandering trader spawns, that sure would be a nice bonus. Wouldn't it, chat? Just a nice little bonus. Nothing else. Just a bonus. Not required. Just a cool little side thing that could happen. But obviously it doesn't have to happen, because it would be a bonus if it did. Impossible wandering traders spawn 48 blocks off you. Do you not think we're within 48 blocks of that? I think we're pushing it, but I think we're at the edge of it. You must be within 48 blocks of a player. Do you know, am I pushing it too far? Do I have a bad conception of what 48 blocks is, chat? Is that what I'm learning right here? We could go over here and try the same thing. But I think you can see why that becomes an issue very quickly. Like, even just getting this is a little bit nerve-wracking. Because this is 100% within 48 blocks. But can we just sit here and stare all day? I don't know. I don't think that's a productive use of time or anything. Let's now get this, and then get this, and then bring it down to myself. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. Ooh, are we good? No. There's a block down there, and I'm scared to pick it up. I'm also scared of, like, what can come from behind me here. Bad way to live life. See, I could live life right here. Very dangerous. Actually, would I die if I fell over the edge? No, I wouldn't. I'd be fine. I manifest Wandering Trader. Everyone, just manifest the trader. Look, it's light there. It's blocks that he likes. It's exposed to the surface in a bunch of those areas. It's everything we need to manifest the Wandering Trader, but he's not there. He just will not do it. So someone type in /summon Wandering Trader. Let's just do it, okay? But yeah, obviously you cannot do it on this pure survivor world. Okay, scary. So I guess we'll just grow one more tree. And then say that this was a nice little... If nothing else, we made this area just a little bit more successfully. A little bit more successful than it otherwise would have been if nothing else. And that's nice. So then we're going to make a bunch of dirt and bulk up the farms, but also give ourselves the dirt that we need to make that area a bit nicer. You can see it's kind of missing... If we go way bigger, it becomes clearer what that's meant to be. So... yeah, go to sleep, says little Miss Treble Gaming. Okay, you're right. Let's end the stream and take a nap. That's what you meant, I'm pretty sure. How would the Wandering Trader benefit you? In every single way. There are so many things that the Wandering Trader can give me that would change my life. Would really change it. Trees that don't require bone meal is a big one. That is a really big one. But yeah, let's just shear the rest of these because they're kind of hanging out in the middle of nowhere. And let's go all the way back home. It's kind of nice to know that we have an island. We have like a pathway up here. Like it's cool to slowly conquer the different parts of my cave. Like look at the size of this. Just take a moment to appreciate the size of the place that I call home. Oh no! Oh god! Don't take a moment to appreciate it. Not in a caveman challenge. But what terrible and/or perfect timing, depending on your definition of the word perfect. But like, flowers would be easy. Would flowers be easy? You know, they sound easy when you say it, when you just say the words. I don't know that they would be. So, skip the nights. I don't think traders spawn at night. They usually don't, but sometimes they do. Good apple juice, by the way. ToyCat, how would these bedrock shaders work? It's one of those big, I think like most things. Minecraft, Bedrock, they have a really big focus on letting creators do as many cool things as possible. Because if creators are doing cool things, as in, sorry, I think when people say creators, they assume content creators. Like Minecraft map creators. Because the idea is if you make interesting maps. Oh, that was weird. You see that guy? I did not like the way he did that. But yeah, thank God there's apple juice. I was very concerned there. What else would come in this? I think, it says innocent juice on the side. Which sounds very suspicious, right? Like, ooh, it's innocent juice. But it is innocent juice. If you don't know, it's good branded juice. A little bit too expensive. Wouldn't spend too much money on it. But in this case, I felt like it was justified. So we're gonna make a bunch of coarse dirt into regular dirt. And then we can make more regular dirt, and so on and so forth. These are the important like housekeeping tasks we've got to stay on top of. I think in any world, there's like two types of things you got to do. There's the things that are like exciting and push boundaries, like killing the dragon, getting an elytra, finding a wonder, you know, like there are these big things. And then there's the more mundane tasks, like, oh, so I didn't do that correctly, but it's fine. Let's make 42 of it now. Then there's always the more mundane stuff in there. We got all the gold smelted? We have. Okay, let's trade a few more of these. Just always be doing a bunch of trades. Because we want emeralds and we want them en masse. No question about it. But yeah, Innocent Juice sounds better than Juice of the Innocents. I mean, the company is called Innocent, so I mean, the juice from it would be Juice of the Innocents. That's just the way they would have to refer to it as. No other way would be fair, in my opinion. But yeah, now we go... nah, I don't think that's for real apple juice. Do you think I've got the counterfeit apple juice in here? You know, to be fair, you know, times have been hard for us all. Recession's been hitting bad. Can't afford the real apple juice. I buy the cheap stuff and put it in the fancy bottles. It tastes good that way too. You can trust me on that. But yeah, I think now we put that there, this there, and that over there. Let's go ahead and let's get right back to our powering through this. Because again, I like that we're slowly making the progress. I guess we should also utilize this bottom furnace to maybe smelt up the iron. But again, I don't think I need it here in any soon time frame. Although maybe it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. This apple juice is made from pears. It's you know, so sometimes when you're down hard, you just that's all you can do is you can drink the counterfeit stuff and you pretend it's just as good. Come on, guys, this juice joke was low-hanging fruit. It's totally true. You know, very, very, very good joke. Enjoy it, Dasher. Love the puns. So now we've got this much dirt. A little bit too much dirt, some might say. Honestly, the amount of steps I have to go through to get dirt, it's pretty wild, right? Like, I have to mine all the gravel, then I have to combine it, then I have to shovel it, then I have to mine it again. Why do I have to mine it again? I go through so much effort the first time. But yeah, we'll make this into pure, real, regular dirt. Not knockoff dirt. The dirt's, you know, honestly, coarse dirt does look incredibly suspicious, right? Looks incredibly suspicious. But yeah, I think that, there we go. Now I've got myself a bigger farm, which is going to be crucial because right now the water just kind of flows everywhere. I can make the water not flow everywhere. I think I do want to have a big batch of just extra blocks, like more. You know, if I want to have enough carrots to actually grow regularly and make golden, this is a way to do it. Wait, I just realized the dumbness in trading gold for golden carrots because I have gold, you know, you won't think about it too hard. But it is dumb, right, chat? It is, I'm pretty sure it's dumb. So now let's mine the melons, see how many we get. And let's do Minecraft's most cursed recipe. I really can't tell you how much I don't think this is okay. But if you go to the crafting table, you can combine 9 melons together into a melon block. Who possibly thought that why is that a recipe? I just don't get it. Maybe this is me. Maybe I'm the weird one. Gotten too boomer recently. But yeah, I also need to get myself hands on some calcite to make this floor work better. Just slowly but surely make it better. Rebuilding the melons. You're saving bone meal for growing your own carrots, I suppose. I don't think I have any bone meal lying around that I can see. So now we'll take this block of iron, turn it into raw iron, and just get it ready to smelt. Yeah, that's all we have to do. We'll bring back lava every time we come otherwise. And then we could also work on this guy soon. That's going to be exciting. Although I can't right now without buying a lot of bookshelves. Imagine if you brought a whole... I have to wait for your comment to be pushed up by someone else. Says, a whole watermelon in the store and it was just slices from different melons. See, that would be the knockoff watermelon, right? You'd be like, went to the store, they gave me knockoff watermelon again. But we've got plenty of dirt now. I think this coarse dirt I can change like after I place it down. So we got enough dirt to grow a fair amount of extra crops. I might start to even segregate the crops, like so let's place a bunch of coarse dirt over here. This can be my carrot section. I'll have a little space for some water over there. This is going to be a very nice carrot section, and then we'll have like a potato section, etc., etc. Just something small stuff like this. It's always about the small steps, right? And then, because you know, it seems as though carrots, probably because I needed them for golden carrots, they're the ones that are growing most frequently around here. So let's take them all out. And let's plant them specifically over here. This will be the carrot section once it grows. Then we'll have a potato section in the middle over here. So that kind of just going over there. 1, 2, 3. Nice and simple. I think having cooked potatoes for the Wandering Trader later, you know, if they ever make those changes, which I have to imagine they will be really good. And then finally, we have a little beetroot section, which can go over here. We are then going to have a much bigger melon, pumpkin, etc. section, but that's easy enough to do. Melons can go along here, and then pumpkins will go along here. So we'll just like pre-plant the dirt for the pumpkins now, right? Just to show where they'll go. And yeah, then I think that's a fair way to organize the farm. Just a fairly simple one, but it works. Boom. Beetroot's only use is red dye. Wow, that's rude. You can use beetroot for so many things that I'll tell you about right now. Ah, no, you're right. It's just red dye. Should I buy myself a lot of stone hose? Or should I try the very expensive trade of 15 coal that I can't find? Even 15 charcoal would be disastrous, actually. Oh, this is the Bell villager. We found him. So I have to just spend a bunch of these on it, and then buy a bell, and the bell won't do anything. It'll just make people feel a bit better. You know, is that a good idea? Is that a good idea? I don't think it is, chat. I don't know that it is. So now let's take we have some coarse dirt in here maybe. Now let's take our regular dirt and combine it to make more coarse dirt. Just kind of go wild on this one, right? We have to make some more regular dirt. Just so I can, just so we can have like a slightly bigger terraform kind of process here. Bells are useless and broken on Bedrock. Why would you say they're broken, Robin Brooks? I saw your username with I saw your account with a different username, by the way. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was someone else. Maybe it was like a YouTube glitch. But I was like, oh, they changed their name. And now I see you with your same name again. Good to see you away, Robin. Hope you're doing well. And if you're not doing well, I hope you're doing desert well soon. But, it's like buying a luxury watch. It makes you feel good to flex, but that's about it. I think there are so many things... You know, okay, this is the weird thing. Like, this broke me as, like, a teenager, I think. So many of the things that people look forward to doing and get excited about doing are objectively boring to my mind. I guess objectively is not the right word. But look, are just horrifically boring. Like, there are people that get really excited about, like, I don't know. I can't think of a great example off my head, but, like, I don't know, people... Watch excitement is something I have zero caring about. Some people try to show me their watches, and I'm like, it's the same as trying to show me your baby pictures. Like, I can't relate, I don't get it. I'm glad you're excited about the fact that it's got really high precision telling the time, but I don't think you do. Doing great, never changed my name, though. It was probably a YouTube glitch, then. Or there's someone who has a suspiciously similar profile picture to you who is a member. But yeah, I assume it's a glitch because of that, because there's only so many channel members. And there's probably not 2 of you. Okay, so now we're going to go place some of our... Actually, we've got a lot of oak logs. We'll make a nice little stack of these. There's a lot of wood stuff I'm going to need. And then we're going to go down. Identity theft is my favorite YouTube feature. Wow, identity theft is my favorite hobby too. Bells make your villagers... What will they make my villagers run home unless trapped in places like slave boats? You know, slave boats is a term I try to avoid using. I prefer voluntary flotation location. Voluntary flotation location, there we go. It rhymes, so it must be correct. So we're going to go right back to our, we're going to go right back over here. I think it's worth probably making the deep slate, or like some deep slate brick things underneath this, just so I can get up there a little easier. It's also worth going to sleep before we do any of this. It's kind of, you know, I should probably make more beds for different parts of my world. Like right here, if I'm going to be around anyway, I might as well go to bed, right? So let's do it. Yeah, we're going to have to make a lot of beds for... Like, this is why having this amount of wood is useful. So, I think there's some really big things we should be working towards. And I'm looking forward to doing precisely that. Boat villages are just waiting on a biblical flood. You know, their sins will lead them to bad places eventually. Just you wait. Yeah, let's go to sleep. Identity theft. Toycat Sock says, oh, see, that's weird. I don't like that, Toycat Sock. Do not like that. You gotta fix that. That makes me uncomfortable. Oh no, this is becoming a thing now. You know, I'm sorry I did this to you, Robin. I would like to offer my sincerest of apologies. But no, yeah, it's, okay, so we got magma. We've got, they'll have to get 2 of every animal. That's a fun Minecraft challenge, right? Noah's Ark. Put them all in boats. Okay, but 2 of every color sheep. Okay, we wanted something over here before we went back. I don't remember what it was, though. I think I was going to make some polished slabs. Oh, a bed. I was going to make a bed. So, right now, my string supplies are as so. I can make 7 beds. Oh, no, not 7 beds. 7 wool. Oh, it's really dire, chat. Making more beds is going to get expensive. In fact, if I only have this many beds... Yeah, I need more beds as a priority. A serious, serious priority. So make 7 wool, make 2 beds, and then we'll use the block that everyone loves so much. Actually, yeah, you know what? Okay, people say beetroot's useless. Look at this. You're going to be able to dye a lot of beds here. 1, 2. Butt on my shoe. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I can dye a whole 3 red beds, which will be nice. So, okay, you should just get a shepherd. They sell beds. Do they really? Yeah, making a loom seems like a good idea to me. But I'm going to go kill some spiders right now, as well as making a bed for the right place. So, I guess I need beds. I don't need beds around in general, so we'll just place, like, a red one over here so I can always sleep in the right one. Bells give villagers a gossip location to group up and mutter. Barely affects the player's reputation mechanic. Honestly, villagers are missing so much from their reputation mechanic. Like, I think there's so many of these, like, really great ideas in villages that are kind of underused. Even, like, enchanting is missing a lot of, like, micro stuff, right? Not sure if I want to butter Toycat's shoe. But if you don't butter my shoe, it won't be lubricated. That's, yeah, basic lesson here is you gotta, it will slide around everywhere and it'll be terrible. Okay, so now place a crafting table just over, you know, we need these everywhere, so just there seems good. And then we're gonna make all the polished deep slate we can. Then we're gonna make all the polished deep slate bricks we can. And then we'll make all the polished deep slate slabs. So that's a kind of messy way to do it. But by having slabs around here, we'll let light through still. So that seems like a good thing. So we'll place them over here. Slab, 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 slab. Now we need to be kind of tactical and have our slabs go upwards a little bit. A little bit weird how it's going to work, but that's fine. Because we can now remove all of these blocks, right? And use them to help with this. So then, oh yeah, it's just a little bit messy. Then place a slab, all bottom half. I think top half has a lot of benefits too, don't get me wrong. But we're bottom half in it today because that's the weird way that I've decided we're doing it. And then remove all of these blocks because this isn't necessary any longer. Either of these ones. I'm losing a lot of deep slate here and I'm not gaining a lot of it back, but that's fine. And then another one here. Another one there. By the way, good ski, Scoopski Cat. I forgot to mention. Love to see a familiar face. And there we go. At the bottom. And now we just gotta... Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's 3 more. Place another over here. And then 2 more. And we're at the top, where we want to be. So now this entire area we're gonna just slab up. Because I think it's a little bit precarious to just leave all the random blocks around here. And so now all the light will still get through. And we might even have like a random villager spawn down here. I can't imagine it would. But now it's just a little bit safer. And we can also remove these blocks. Just to prevent any mobs getting to him. Because imagine we do get a wandering trader. And then the one time we do, like something walks over there and just kills them. Watch your Y cord. Yeah, it's true. We're very, very close. Being this close is very, very, very spooky for sure. Don't want to be playing around with it too much, right? So now we're gonna go around here. Nice and simple. And we're gonna do the same over here. Probably just remove this block altogether, honestly. And now we got a way to access those blocks above us. Is there something up there? Let's quickly check. You seeing a wandering trader, chat? I'm not seeing anything. There could be things up there that I don't see, but This is the best odds that I have for me. And also, yeah, you can see, so because it's raining, if the rain is falling on the platform is exposed to light. The platform's at like Y +4 or something. You should be lower if you want it to spawn on that platform. So me standing there is not to have it spawn there. Although actually, that's something interesting, right? Like, I think if I want to have it spawn there, I'll sit like over here in the cave with like nothing's going to touch me while I'm here. So we'll mine some blocks. There we go. I would see a wandering trader spawn from here, right? So I could stand here and just stare at it, which I might do as a test, by the way. But my actual plan is a little bit more of just like every time we come past, maybe we get a wandering trader. Maybe we don't, but that's fine too. Now we're gonna go right out to the open cave. So we got wood in large amounts. We got charcoal, large amounts. We got some coarse dirt, which by the way, really, really great. Just slowly brings this area into looking a little bit more real every single day, which is all I really ever want from it, right? So we're gonna have to kill the skeleton. And we need bones anyway. It's not terrible. So we place all of our coarse dirt over here. Just kind of like bring the biome into dirtness. The dirt that it deserves to be. Just, you know, make it look less like it's a patch of dirt. And more like, yeah, this is like a whole biome looking thing over here. Very cautious about getting this close to the edge in places like this. But it's fine. I think I should be cautious. I think rightfully so. I feel like you have to AFK for hours to get him to spawn, like when you AFK for a skeleton horse in your genocide run. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer how many things in Minecraft are like, you gotta AFK. Because, like, the thing I'm most against is the AFK fish farm. I don't want to do it. I refuse to. But it looks like that's not a valid strategy anymore. You gotta have something planned. But that's kind of like the Wandering Trader things. Like, the mechanics are kind of like encouraging people to go to AFK fish farms, which isn't good. Like, I guess that's the problem with Minecraft having so many broken things, is like, if they fix a broken thing, now they're just encouraging you to do something else that's broken, which means you don't really ever fix the broken thing, unless you fix it in a way where even people who used it because it was broken think it's better than the old way, which doesn't sound like you're really fixing it to begin with, but messy situation, huh? So yeah, this is now I've made a big progress on the terraforming. I think it's fair to say. And okay, just place a few more blocks around here. Made a big progress on this, and now I just need to make a big progress on getting some string. I need to have a lot of that, just kind of chilling around. Looting 2 should allow me to find a fair few of them over here. Oh, by the way, this isn't my only access to the surface, just in case you're curious. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But all the way over here. Okay, so kill some spiders, get some string. Get myself a lot of string, hopefully. More than just 2. But as you can see over here. Okay, kill this spider as well. Just really go wild on it, you know. As you can see, I've actually got more access to caves. A pillager raid would be really helpful. Yeah, if I got a pillager raid even, I'd be able to take... Actually, I don't think I'd do too much for pillager raid. But look at this, I have a technical surface access over here as well. I'm sure more of these exist across the Minecraft world. I'd love to actually find them. That might be a fun, like, little theoretical exercise. But, yeah, I think, for now, I've gotten a lot of the housekeeping out of the way that will allow me to do what I want to do next time, which is get the best enchantments my gear. You know, like, looting 2. What's that all about, right? I should have looting 3. Neverite gear with the max stuff, I think is my next goal in this. Just because I think it's a nice goal to have. And also, getting a Wandering Trader, I'm hopefully going to have more knowledge about how it works. I'm going to test this as just an AFK thing for a really long time, just so we know, will it go anywhere? If it doesn't, that'll be funny. If it does, that'll be great. Today, I'm really happy to be back in this world. I am back from a trip, so hopefully you've enjoyed hanging out, having a little bit of a chat. People always say they like the chill streams in between the challenge streams, so this was a challenge chill stream, which I thought was a nice time. If you like Chill with ToyCat, you can find more of these. If you don't like these, then oh god. But you spent a long time on it, and now I don't know what to tell you. But I will say, here's my string. Do you like it? Goodbye. Oh, and I'll be streaming in the next couple of days in my Let's Play world. Getting a bunch of enchantments, obviously. Getting every enchantment, because, well, we still can.